Very rarely when I make videos am I ever so passionate about what I'm going to be talking about. I got the idea to make this video when I was scrolling through my TikTok feed and I saw a Twitch clip. This is the clip that I saw.
We're not gonna play games this week?
Isn't that your anniversary?
Yeah, but you said that we would also play games.
Oh my.
You wanna go play games this week?
My initial reaction was genuinely, how the fuck do they allow a child on the platform? Listen, there are people with high-pitched voices all over the place. That's not the problem. Whether you sound like a fucking chipmunk or you sound like Darth Vader, the actual manner in which you speak words does not change. So why in the f does she speak like a literal toddler?
This is how I wash in the shower. First, you gotta wash your face. Then you gotta wash your hair. Lather it up real good. Then you gotta wash your hair.
Now, I know what some of you all might be commenting.
Why do some straight guys get so bloody pressed?
That is a very fair point, and I am not going to bully anybody, okay? I simply just want to start a conversation. And I'm going to say, right here, up front, harassment and bullying, it's not happening, fellas. I don't care how big these streamers are. I don't care if this video gets 5,000 views or 500,000 views. If I see one motherfucker go seriously be a dick to any of these people, I'm not making any more videos like these, you cunts. You see, there is a genuine spectrum of hyper-exaggerated voices and the personas that were crafted around them. On the very far left, we will put people like Corpse, and on the very far right, we will put that... What is it? Is it a thing? No, well, I'm not calling it a fucking woman. We'll put that thing on the right. Corpse is a very interesting one. He claims that his voice is the way that it is because of two things. One is a disease known as GERD, which is gastroesophageal reflux disease, and yes, that is apparently how you say it.
Gastroesophageal reflux disease. Gastroesophageal reflux disease.
Now, I have done some research, and let me be the one to tell you, if that is the case, then he is a fucking miracle child. I have scavenged all over the fucking internet trying to find people with GERD who had super deep voices. I searched for people who were recently diagnosed, all the way to people who have had it for fucking years. And to be honest, I was really trying to scope out the next big musician to make mediocre music that sounds like people banging rocks together. If you just look the shit up, you can see that that's just not how GERD works at all. GERD doesn't fucking magically transform your vocal cords. I'll leave a link in the description to what GERD actually is, but you know what? I will play a few seconds.
Gastroesophageal reflux disease, or GERD, is a condition that causes the burning sensation known as heartburn. When you swallow, food passes down your throat and through your esophagus or food tube to your stomach. A muscle called the lower esophageal sphincter controls the opening between the esophagus and the stomach. This muscle remains tightly closed except when you swallow food. When the sphincter fails to close, the acid-containing contents of the stomach can travel back up into the esophagus.
I gotta feel bad for the commenters on educational videos like these, though. Who the fuck is this Corpse person? I've been suffering with acid reflux for well over a decade, and I had a severe flare-up and it nearly made me vomit. Now my voice box is shot, and trying to figure out what I can do to make it better. Dude, what do you mean your voice box is shot? Go get your e-kittens on Discord. Go make mediocre music. Go have a bunch of fucking teenage girls simp over you. Come on. You're missing out, dude. You're fucking prime real estate. Get me this guy's email address. Someone get me a couple rocks so I can fucking bang them together. Get a beat going, man. He's a very overrated YouTuber that thirsty 12-year-old girls simp for. Lol. Not only is that incredibly correct, it is very based, my friend. While I was looking into things a little bit more, I was watching a video on how he kept progressively making his voice deeper every single year. And it is never smart to trust YouTube commenters. Even if they all agree, it's still a very ridiculous thing to do. But I saw this thread, and I'll read it. GERD symptom. The main symptom is heartburn, but GERD can also weaken your voice. Stomach acid can irritate your vocal cords, throat, and esophagus. This leads to a hoarse voice, wheezing, and too much mucus in your throat. And then there is a reply. Yes, but it won't deepen your voice. GERD does increase the raspiness of your voice, however. No hate intended on Corpse, but unless he has another sort of condition that affects his voice, it's forced. Now again, these are random YouTube commenters. Who gives a single fuck? But it was a very interesting train of thought. Does acid reflux make your voice deeper? It takes a lot of reflux to cause enough inflammation to injure your vocal cords and change your voice. Okay, so let's humor this for a second. This is a video from Corpse when he was 18.
This happened in 2007 when myself and some friends...
I would hope that he had hit puberty by then, okay? Sounds completely fucking normal. Obviously, fast forward a few years, and we are now here.
Boy, I recently released a song with Machine Gun Kelly called Daywalker.
For that to happen, for you to go from this to that, you would have to go several years untreated with that disease because, by the way, just so you know, it's treatable. Why you'd keep such a terrible and scary disease, I don't know. Newsflash, it's because of the attention the 15-year-old daddy issue girls give him. I don't know why people are sitting out here praying for his safety and well-being. Oh, I hope he recovers soon. Motherfucker, if it was a serious problem, if it was really as bad as it would have to be for his voice to be that way, he could get treatment whenever the fuck he wanted, if that was the actual reason that he sounded like that. But I will play devil's advocate. Let's say, hypothetically, he left it untreated for years. When you look up the symptoms on Google, they don't even mention the raspiness. With how big of a factor this disease is for his career, you would expect some of the Google symptoms to include, you know, might turn you into a dominant e-kitten owner. You can see, upon doing research, that there can be signs of hoarseness or raspiness, and everyone's had a raspy voice. It's like the dry feeling in your throat when you have to cough and shit. But we will even say, let's ignore that. Let's say he's living with this chronic and untreated disease for years. For it to be so severe, to cause that big of a difference to someone's vocal cords, number one, you'd have to have amazing odds. The only thing that I can see in every report that I've read is that severe GERD damages the vocal box. Keep in mind, this is a disease that is primarily a cause for heartburn. I guarantee you he went to Google one day and he just looked up, what's a disease that like could rarely cause a super deep voice. Everyone's been pointing out how my voice sounds forced and fake, and I just want to be called master by underage girls on Discord again. Severe GERD will usually not deepen anything, it will just severely damage it. I've seen several videos of people with severe GERD talking about having it, and
I started noticing some pretty serious chest pain or heartburn like most people with GERD get. I also get indigestion, trouble swallowing, difficulty breathing, chronic sinuses, and I've also had body aches every now and then.
I mean, would you be interested in making some dog shit music and Among Us videos? But let's say he's a 1 in a million type. His disease is so bad that it has changed his voice entirely. Okay, for that to happen, he would need severe GERD, which, drumroll please, would be cancer. It would be literal fucking cancer. Even after he came out with this grand reveal of him having GERD, this was, you know, he finally came out. People were asking, like, why does your voice sound so fake? And he was like, guys, I have GERD and shit. His voice kept getting deeper after that. So he is either lying, is actively allowing a cancer-causing disease to spread to get attention from teenage women and to have people compliment him, or it is genetics. And hey, there is no argument to that. I can believe that it is his genetics. A lot in this world is left up to your genetics. That's why incels get so mad, because they're 5'8" and balding. The reason that I personally don't think that it's genetics is because when he was 18 years old, he sounded like this.
This happened in 2007 when myself and some friends...
And as you may be able to hear, he sounds like a normal fucking person. By the time you're 18, I would sincerely hope that you've hit puberty and that your vocal cords have developed. So unless his balls dropped when he was 22, how the fuck did we get from this?
This happened in 2007.
To fucking this.
Boy, I recently released a song with Machine Gun Kelly called Daywalker.
But whether it's genetics or a cancer-causing disease that he has left untreated, even though he now makes millions of dollars, it's not that interesting, is it? What is interesting is the persona he had created around himself. You guys remember that spectrum we were talking about? Well, let's look at both sides. Their viewers are complete polar opposites, yet the creators themselves have so much in common. They are faceless creators whose personality, whose main asset, is their voice. Neither of these individuals are very funny or charming. The content they post is as mediocre as everyone else's content is online, including myself. You got hyper-exaggerated deep voice for attention, and you've got hyper-exaggerated squeaky voice for attention. This individual attracts all the 14 to 18-year-old girls with daddy issues. His voice is the TikTok equivalent to this.
Your little pussy belongs to me. You're gonna learn to do what I fucking tell you to.
The only difference is that that TikTok, I believe, is a joke. There is a reason 90% of the people you see tweeting at him are people like this. They are almost all minors. Deep voices are attractive to malleable and chronically online girls. That is why you see horny little clones of Corpse everywhere you go. One of the funniest things to me personally is reading all the fan fiction that was made about Corpse before his face got leaked. Now, I would like to say, I am not a supporter of leaking people's personal information. I'm not a supporter of doxing, none of that shit. Who would be? I've seen how they got his information. It's creepy as shit, and honestly, it's very disgusting on behalf of the people who did it. But, like everything else in the world, it is out of our control. These pictures have been out for a long time, so me showing them, not going to make a very big difference. Would you consider this to be dishonest? I find it very funny. I'm not going to be a dick. It was an honest question. Is this a little bit dishonest? There's a very good video that I recommend you guys watch. It's pretty much a video on why people assumed that Corpse was going to be attractive, and why people were very disgusted and let down when it came out that that is what he actually looked like. I forgot we're supposed to be ranking these people. Okay, I think I've spent enough time on Corpse. I just had to fucking rant, and I'm not even done. We're gonna move on to another bitch. Corpse, bottom of the barrel shit, fake voice, garbage videos. Only women with daddy issues will ever like him, and I'm gonna say F tier. I'm gonna say F. That was a very long segment, but I said what I wanted to say. Now we go back to IronMouse, the complete other side of the spectrum. High-pitched and hyper-exaggerated voice, but this creator has a vastly different audience. Instead of horny teenage girls with daddy issues, she has sexual predator. No, she's a VTuber. There is nothing inherently wrong with VTubers. I don't watch anime, so I can't really shit on it, but I mean...
I'm getting nice and clean. I'm gonna smell good.
How do people watch this shit?
You go all the way down to your legs, or as I like to call them, your stems. You need to clean your stems because they need to be nice and clean.
Why is she talking like a 5-year-old? Why is she talking like a 5-year-old? Why is she talking like a 5-year-old? If you have a high-pitched voice, you can speak without sounding like a fucking toddler. Like, oh, it's so gross. An example of having a very high-pitched voice and actually acting like an adult is LilyPichu, who admittedly is not my style of content creator, but listen to her voice.
I just invited a bunch of people.
Her voice is very, very high-pitched, and don't get me wrong, to some people, that would be completely revolting. To anime viewers, they will come to that shit 9 times a day, minimum. But you cannot hate on LilyPichu for her voice, because it is at least just a high-pitched voice. It's not a high-pitched voice that for some reason is being manipulated to sound like a literal fucking toddler. I don't know what demographic makes up IronMouse's viewers. I'm fucking mind-blown that there's an audience watching these things.
Do you need to be saved? Are you sure? Do you want to come inside my hole? What? If you're in a bind, you can just come inside my hole. I'll put the entrance open for you so you can come in. What?
Oh my god, dude. Am I allowed to throw up? She's playing this disturbingly innocent character on purpose, and it's not cute at all. It is just fucking disturbing. The people who that attracts, oh my god. Only God knows how many pedophiles have clipped shit from her stream just so they can jerk off to the audio later. Like, she's literally pretending to have the mind of a 7-year-old. If any adult hears the phrase,
do you want to come inside my hole?
And then you double down on it with,
if you're in a bind, you can just come inside my hole.
You know what the fuck you're doing? Like, you know exactly what you're doing, and it makes it all the more fucking disgusting. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, there are 12-year-olds who laugh and giggle when they see the word cum. And you're telling me you're a 24-year-old woman and you act like this. What she does and how she acts is genuinely fucking disgusting. It is gross to me. I don't understand how it is not gross to everyone. If you are attracted to this, I want you to know, and actually I feel more of a need to tell you, there are anonymous support agencies available for you to use. She broadcasts herself as a fucking child. The way she says things are deliberate in the creepiest fucking way ever. Have a high-pitched voice all you want. You can't control that. But why are you acting? Why do you speak in the cadence of a literal fucking 7-year-old. You are a grown-ass woman. That's a disgusting F tier right there. If Corpse is this guy,
Your little pussy belongs to me.
IronMouse is the disgusting version of this guy. Similar, yet so different. My main rant is now over. I'm gonna be honest, this video was mainly about those two. I could keep going. It's actually quite disturbing to me, especially the IronMouse thing. These next few are going to be some speed rounds. These are ones I've gotten strictly through personal experience, because the 7-year-old role player and the E-Kitten Dominator, I had just stumbled across randomly. But now is the time for some actual discussion. Some would argue that this is where the actual video will begin, but fuck you, asshole. Anomaly.
Hello guys, it's Bonham from.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Papa.
Hello, Papa. Listen, this one is complete personal preference. You know, we can't put him in the F tier because it's just an accent. Probably already been called racist like 10 times because of the impressions alone. But I know a lot of Americans who watch his videos, and no. Just simply a no. His voice sounds like nails on a damn chalkboard, man. I am just not a fucking fan. His face reveal that he accidentally did himself is fucking hilarious, you know? Listen, he secured his bag, alright? He's doing his thing. I'm gonna put him at a C tier, I think. RaccoonEggs, listen, I am not a fan. It's forced. Anyone who adds that much bass to their voice, you know, it's just a big thumbs down from me. I don't think that it's necessarily fake. I don't know if he only records when he wakes up in the fucking morning. It just seems like he's got an actual voice in there somewhere. The reason I don't think that his voice is fake is because on some of his older videos, he actually does sound pretty normal. I don't think his videos are very funny. I think they're actually quite mediocre, but I mean, so are mine, so I don't fucking know. I'm gonna give him a C tier on this list. I don't think he's terrible. I think that that is a very fair ranking. Whether it's forced or not, it doesn't change the fact that it just sounds god-awful. So, for fuck's sake, please remove the bass from your microphone. It is so fucking cringe. SwaggerSouls, this is an immediate F tier. He has one of the worst voices of anyone I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. It is god-awful. I will never understand how anyone can listen to it. The influence that it's had is causing so many fucking teenagers who force their voice to sound like him to look back at their previous years in sheer disgust. I know several people who this has happened to. It is god fucking awful. I guess that's a hot take from me because I never see any comments about it. It is just fucking ugly. I don't understand how anyone can bear to fucking listen to it. Now, I was going to end the video with that, but I think it's unfair to list all these people with terrible voices without giving examples of what good voices can sound like for everyone. And these are actually pretty hard to think of because voices don't usually stick out unless they're dog shit. The only person I can think of that has like a really amazing voice is I'm Marksman. Most of you all will probably never have heard of him ever in your life, and I don't really watch him anymore. I'm not gonna play a clip or anything, so feel free to seek it out yourself, but I will put him at the A tier just so that there's a little bit of positivity. Everyone else's voice, even if they're super recognizable, they're just pretty normal. Nothing bad about them, nothing special about them. Feel free, however, and I think if this video did do well, the comment section would be fucking amazing. Tell me the people who you think have terrible voices, and tell me the people you think have amazing voices. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Share your feedback in the comment section below, and I will see you guys very soon. The video is now over, but I'd like to give a special thanks to our current channel members. Tonight, a members-only video will be dropping, so if you see your name up here, make sure to look out for that. I can't thank you guys enough. I know that I meat ride you guys like crazy, but you mean the fucking world to me. I love each and every one of you. The first world members are Just Unstoppable, Oh Funny, Revine, Ereninen, Moped, Eleni, my beautiful girlfriend, Denied, Respiteful, Tokyo Did It, Terry, Jerry, Hashed, and Garoa, the fucking boys, and the top secret tier members. You guys are all in the private group chat, so I can just read it off here. I have got your posters and the other goodies here. I just gotta find a time to mail them out, so thank you so fucking much for the insane support. I mean, literally all of us hang out all the time, so you know that I love you, but I love you guys. Nick, Dolbajob, Solvek, Shinny, and Last Resort Gamer. Thank you guys so fucking much. Yeah, I'm going to be mailing out your stuff as soon as I can, and I'm literally all of us, we all talk all the fucking time, so bye guys.